In this video, you will learn how to wrap text, add from different areas of the spreadsheet, copy over, use a $sign, use different borders, understand what the pound signs mean, know how to adjust row height and column width. To begin, we need to put information into our spreadsheet. I'm going to make my screen a little bigger for you to see. In cell B1, key in the words Target Monday. Underneath that, we'll put some numbers in. 289.99. Underneath that, in cell B3, we will put another number, 78.42. In cell A10, we will key in the words Walmart Wednesday. Underneath that, in cell A11, we will put the number 285.99. Underneath that, the number 66.87. In cell C5, we will key in the words Shopko Tuesday. We'll put some numbers underneath that, 302.68 and 58.12. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to add different kind of borders. And what we are going to do is we are going to add a top and bottom border together. And what this will indicate is a total. So in cell B4, I need you to click. Once you have clicked in cell B4, we will go up to the ribbon, make sure you're on the Home tab, and on the left side of the paint bucket is where you need to click the down arrow for the borders. In the list of your down arrows, go down to where it says top and double bottom border. Go ahead and click on that. In cell C8, go ahead and now, since we just clicked on the top and double bottom border, it will be defaulted for the icon up in your ribbon. So you can just click on the icon now. And the same for A13. Go ahead and click on the border icon. Now, since these borders represent totals, we need to put some totals in. So in cell B4, we are going to go up to the ribbon, over to where our auto sum is, click the down arrow, and click on sum. The moving line is around the correct information, and you always need to check this because there are times where Excel will highlight the wrong information. But since it is right, go ahead and push the enter key. Then you need to click down in cell C8. Again, we need to go to the auto sum, click on sum. The moving line is around the correct information. Go ahead and push the enter key. Last, we need to go down to A13, back up to the auto sum, click the sum, the moving line is around the correct information, and push the enter key. In cell E2, I need you to key in the words grand total spent. Once you have done that, you need to click off, and then I want you to click in cell F2. And it's okay that the words have spilled over to cell F2. We will fix that in a moment. But for right now, you have clicked in cell F2, and I need you to click on the icon for the top and double bottom border. At this time, we will now use we will use wrap text to fix the grand total spent, Target Monday, Shopko Tuesday, and Walmart Wednesday. So for right now, I need to click on E2. Then I need you to go up to your ribbon, in the middle there, above Merge and Center, where it says Wrap Text. Go ahead and click on Wrap Text. Notice it has wrapped the text in the cell. Also notice that it is defaulted to the left side. So what I'd like you to do now is go up to the alignment, find the center alignment. I have my mouse on top of it. Click on it, and now notice it is centered in the cell. Again, go to cell B1, click on that Target Monday. Go up to your ribbon, find Wrap Text, click on it. Again, find the centering, the center alignment, click on that so that it is centered. Go down to Shopko Tuesday, find your Wrap Text, click on that. Again, center alignment. And Walmart Wednesday, Wrap Text, center alignment. And that is okay if Walmart Wednesday doesn't look right. We'll leave that for now. We'll come back to it. Alright, I am going to make my screen a little bit smaller here so that you can see what I will be doing with the totals. Now I need you to go back up and click in cell F2. We will now add together all three totals of the stores. Now, what we're going to do in order to add all together, since I said add, we are going to go up to the auto sum and choose sum. Now, like I said before, there are times when Excel will highlight the wrong information, and at this point it has. What we need to do is find our first amount, which is the Target Monday total of $368.41. Go ahead and click on that amount. Now notice we have the moving line and we have the blinking cursor here waiting for more information. In order to select the last two pieces of information, you need to hold the control key down, click on the 360.80, which is the Shopko total, and the 352.86, which is the Walmart total. Now notice these three pieces of information, each separately has moving lines around it. I did not highlight a chunk of information. I clicked on the specific information while holding the control key. Now in F2, I have my three pieces of information listed. It says sum, so it's going to add these totals together for me. I don't need to add any more information at this time, so I'm going to press the enter key. And now I do have a grand total. Next, in cell D10, let's go to cell D10. I'm going to have you put the word January. In cell E10, put the word February. And you have to spell the two words correctly. And the reason why is once you have written the word January in cell D10 and the word February in cell E10, I'm going to have you click in the middle of D10, hold the click down, and drag it to E10. And what I did is I highlighted the two pieces of information. And it's highlighted, and you know it's highlighted because it has that dark black line around it. Now, move your mouse to the lower right hand corner of those two pieces of information of the January and February. Once you get your black plus sign, I want you to click your mouse and hold it and drag it to the right until you see the little box saying May. And you can let go. And what this does, this is a copy over, and what it can do is it will, well, it's more of a fill-in. It'll fill in the remaining words. You can do this with alphabet letters, you can do this with numbers, and of course the months of the year. Underneath the January, we're going to, and all the way to May, we're going to add in some information. So for January, I want you to put the numbers 1, 2, 3, and then in cell E11, 4, 5, 6, in cell F11, 7, 8, 9, then we'll start it over in April, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. In cell H12, we'll do it backwards a little bit. We'll do 1, 2, 3. And then for April, we'll do 4, 5, 6. In March, we'll do 7, 8, 9. February, 1, 2, 3. And January, 4, 5, 6. And what we need to do, since we're going to add these numbers together and it will be a total, we can click in D13 and drag over to H13. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on the top and double bottom border icon to give us that top and double bottom border. After that, click back into D13 and we are going to use the auto sum, but we're only going to use it one time. So go up to auto sum and click on the sum. And yes, the moving line is around the correct information and we are going to enter. Now, we are not going to individually go to February, March, April, and May. We're not going to individually add those like we did for January. We are going to copy over. So what that means is we click back on our answer for January, which is in cell D13. We move our mouse to the bottom right-hand corner of the answer. When you get the black plus sign like I have, you click and you drag over to May. And like I said before in the last video, what happens is Excel will copy the same formula over but using the correct information. Alright, you can click off of that. Now, we don't have any dollar signs with any of our totals. So what we're going to do is, again, you can click in cell D13, and when you click, just hold your click down and highlight over to H13. And up at the ribbon at the top in the middle, you have the number area. In that number area, you have a dollar sign. If you click the dollar sign, boop, I'm going to undo because I wanted to highlight the whole thing. So I'm going to come up to the blue arrow that points to the left in the upper left hand corner. If you did it right, don't worry about it. I'm going to undo and I'm going to click and highlight from D13 to H13 because I wanted all of that highlighted before I clicked on the dollar sign. And now what I've done is I have added the dollar sign to the totals here, January through May. Next, I need you to also add the dollar signs for Walmart, Shopko, and Target. So again, I'm going to click in A13, click on the dollar sign. Click in cell C8, click on the dollar sign. Click in cell B4 and click on the dollar sign. And that is how you put in the dollar sign. Okay, now let's say, now we added, so let's say that we wanted to do something different here. In cell D13 over to H13, I want you to go ahead and highlight that. So you click in the middle of D13, hold your click down and highlight to H13. Once you have done that, I want you to push your delete key on your keyboard. I'm going to have you click off, click back onto January, and instead of adding, we are going to multiply. And there's a reason why we're going to multiply. So I need you to do the equal sign, click on cell D11, use your star or your multiplication sign, click on D12, so that way we're multiplying those two together. We're going to enter, it'll give us our answer. I then need you to click back onto your answer, do just like we did before. We're going to move our mouse to the bottom right hand corner, click and drag over to May. And this is why I wanted you to multiply. You will notice that there are pound signs. Pound signs are not an indication that you did something wrong. A pound sign is an indication that there is not enough room in the column to see the number. Therefore, we need to widen the columns. There's a couple ways you can do this. The first way, I'm going to have you go up to the top to where the letter bar is. The A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's the letter bar. I'm going to have you move your mouse on top of the letter E. I'm going to have you click and drag over to F. Now, what I'm doing is just a group of columns, and you can do a one column at a time if you need to. But notice I have column E and column F highlighted. Move your mouse to this line between the letters F and G at the top. Notice you will get a bar with 2 arrows. You can double click fast, and what that does is it widens the column to the longest character width in the column. That's one way to do it. The other way you can do it is, let's go ahead and click on the G for column G. So go ahead and click right on the G. That'll highlight the entire column. Move your mouse to the line that is between G and H. Again, you'll get that little line with the 2 arrows. Instead of double clicking fast, click and hold your click down and just drag to the right. This also will work for widening your columns. And then I'm going to go over between H and I, and I'm just going to double click on that one. Now remember, over here in column A, Walmart Wednesday did not come out the way we wanted it to. So again, this has to do with widening the column. So we're going to move our mouse up to the alphabet bar, put your mouse on the line between A and B, double click, and notice that the double click didn't work. That's fine. Then click and drag. It'll do the same thing for you. Also, let's go to the number bar on the very left side of your screen. And the number bar works the same way as the alphabet bar. So for instance, let's go down to the line between the number 2 and the number 3 on the number line. Again, your mouse will turn into a bar with 2 arrows. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag my line up a little bit. You can do the same for, let's go down to between 10 and 11. So again, the line between 10 and 11, my mouse will turn into that bar with 2 arrows. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag up just a little bit. And you can drag down. It's just in this instance we drug up. So we can drag down. So for instance, I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. If we went to between 13 and 14, we could grab that line and make it really wide for that height. Or back to normal. So you can go ahead and change that too. And again, you don't have to click and drag. You can double click if you want to. It'll do the same thing. So if we weren't sure how to get this to the right place, we could double click the line and it'll take us back to where we needed to be. And that's the end of this video.